Okay, I'll count down.
Good?
Okay.
Sorry, I just
3.
zoned. Bloop.
Okay, I was like, are you staring at something? Are you
No,
processing? Like,
I was processing life.
no, I mean, that's fine. All right. Okay.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Surprise!
Surprise! Hi! Guess what? It's
Hello!
Sunday.
Sunday. Bum, bum,
Sunday fun
bum.
day.
The
The
day,
Lord's
yes.
Day. The Lady Lord's Day
Sunday,
this year, because
Lady Lord,
today
yes.
is National Women's Day.
Mm, 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 mm. Yes, yes.
You, okay, so you
Yay.
know something that we've both been talking and thinking about lately is how important it is to talk about like women who help us make sense of the world, because this is very much a man's world. Keep in mind, I'm sure that there are people out there who listen to our podcast and they're like, you guys are man haters. No, no, we are not man haters at all.
Mm-mm.
Not all men, at least.
Not all men.
Hashtag not all men. Just the douchey ones. We love men. We love good men.
Yes.
We just
There's
don't
just
fuck
not
with
as
stupid
many,
ones.
you know?
Yeah. Sorry if you're not up to par. Like, do better.
Don't be offended
Anyways,
because it's the
yeah.
truth.
Seriously though. But we want to talk about like the women who help us make sense of this wild world, especially when it feels like messy and heavy, and of course, what we thrive in, chaotic or chaos.
Chaos.
Chaos. And like, I'm not talking about like perfect women at all. I'm talking about the women who show up fully human, right? The ones who show up in the middle of the mess and say, okay, this is hard, but we're still here. Tonight or today, because this is releasing very early in the morning
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Sunday. Today, Sunday. This is released very early. Good
Today.
morning.
Good
Good morning,
morning, our
sunshine.
lovely listeners.
Um, like we want to celebrate some of those women. And these are like women who inspire us, not because they're flawless, but because they're real and courageous in their own way, including each other.
I love it. The cool thing is that these women are all completely different kinds of powerful. Some of them changed laws, some changed culture, some changed music, some just told the truth in a room full of people who needed to hear it. But every one of them shows us something about how to live with courage.
I love that. I love it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And a small plug of if you haven't heard of some of these women that we are mentioning, look them up. See the things they've done. Amazing individuals.
Yeah. Incredible humans.
All right, and with that, I'll start us out. We've got Tarana Burke. She is the founder of the Me Too movement. And this represents the power of giving language to shared pain. When people realize they are not alone, that recognition can spark cultural change.
I love that. Next, we have Greta Thunberg. And she shows that sometimes one person refusing to stay quiet can ignite a global movement. Keep in mind, this is the teenager who skipped class to go and yell at Parliament.
Yes.
Get a girl,
I love
get it.
Love it, love it. Next, we have Michelle Obama. She used her
Michelle
platform.
Obama
Yeah.
with my
She
dream
used her
arms.
What? Is your
She has
dream
my dream
arms?
arms. Have you ever seen her arms?
Oh.
They are the most beautifully perfect muscular arms I've ever seen on a woman.
Mm.
And I'm like,
I feel like I've heard that from other people too.
because they are
Like walks out
that
and she's
incredible. Seriously. Like she
thank
probably
you.
like could rock a pageant wave.
Yeah,
Not
I
saying
wonder
that
how
she needs
often
to, but
she had to wave though. And it's funny because like little things like this with your arm, like, like it's whatever, like you can do it. But like if you're sitting there, having to do that for a while, build some
seriously.
muscle.
Get some muscles in there. Okay, sorry. I'll stop
You're
interrupting
good.
you. I got excited.
You're good. She has used her platform to advocate for issues that impact everyday families, like health, education, and opportunity for girls. Through initiatives like Let's Move, she brought attention to childhood health while also being open about her experiences balancing career, motherhood, and public life. Her authenticity and relatability helped inspire millions of women, showing that influence isn't just about holding power, it's about using your voice to uplift and create change.
Wonderful. Then we have Sarah Jakes Roberts. She represents reinvention and redemption. Her whole story shows that parts of our lives that feel like failures can actually become the foundation of our purpose. She is the founder of Women Evolve, of the Women Evolve movement and conference. She is an author of books like Power Moves, Women Evolve, and Don't Settle for Safe. Um, and I'm so sorry. There's actually another one that I was going to slip in here. Is that okay?
Yes.
Um, another woman I really admire right now is Tori Dunlap because she's doing something that honestly should have been happening generations ago. She's teaching women how to understand money so they can build their own freedom because in a man's world, money is power, and no one has
Mhm.
taught the women how to do so, and she is doing that. So,
I love it. All right, next we have Ruth Bader Ginsburg. RBG. Ooh. She wasn't loud or flashy. She was thoughtful, disciplined, and relentless. She spent decades dismantling legal barriers for women, and she did it patiently, case by case. She reminds us that sometimes real change doesn't come from shouting the loudest. Sometimes it comes from showing up every single day and refusing to stop pushing for justice.
because she was the real MVP, the
Yes.
notorious RBG. I should have just like started a whole rap right then. Like, let's be honest.
Seriously.
Next up, we have a duo that are sisters, and I am thrilled that we spaced this out so I would get them. Glennon Doyle and
Course.
Amanda Doyle, of course. Um, Glennon has a way of saying the quiet things out loud, the things that women are often told to like keep hidden. That's like addiction and divorce, identity, faith, fear, all of these things. And Amanda brings this deep intellectual clarity to those conversations. She helps unpack complicated social and political ideas in a way that feels like thoughtful and compassionate. And together they remind me that telling the truth is a radical act in and of itself.
Nice. I love it. Very powerful. And following the powerful duo, we have one who, I mean, is really included with them, right? Abby Wambach, who, did I say her name right?
You did. You said it
Okay.
perfectly.
Beautiful. Okay. She spent years being one of the greatest soccer players in the world and then did something even braver. She admitted that she had to rebuild herself after fame. She talks about leadership in this really powerful way, not as one person being the hero, but as a wolf pack, a group that rises together. And that idea that we succeed together is really important right now.
That's wonderfully put. Have you actually read her book, Wolfpack?
No, I have not. I need to.
Girl, I have it. You can borrow it. It's so good. It's
Okay.
so good.
Yes, please.
Do you need any of their books? Because I have them all.
Yes, I've only
I
read
have
Untamed.
Abby's, I have Glennon's, and then I have the one that they did, all three of them did together. The We Can Do Hard Things
Yes.
book because I went on tour last year.
Yes, I
But
remember.
that's
Yes, I
beside the
want to read
point.
all of them. I've only read Untamed, so yes.
Okay. Then yeah, I will definitely let you borrow it. Anyways, the next person we have is an incredible woman. Her name is Brandy Carlisle. Her music is honest and soulful and powerful, and she's helped create space in country and American music for queer artists and stories. What I love most about her, though, is that she never tried to become someone else to fit in the industry, and she built her career by being fully herself. And that really comes out in the way that she performs and the way she writes her music. I do want to mention a couple of things. She she's just such a cool human. I actually Zane actually sent something to the group chat with my mom and sister and I. I want to say it was either yesterday or the day before, or maybe it was today. It was this morning. Um, So she actually identifies as Christian, but stepped away from organized religion after facing rejection because of her sexuality. She was raised Baptist, and she says she experiences God through music and describes her faith as as a cold and broken hallelujah, honest, imperfect, and deeply personal. And
Oh
I
my
think
goodness.
that someone who is struggling with religion, that is such a beautiful thing to know that someone has found peace with a higher power, with whether that is God for you and whatever. It's possible. And I think that's a beautiful thing.
I love that. That's really powerful. Right. Next, we have Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, or AOC. She represents courage in public life. She went from bartending and organizing in her community to becoming one of the most recognizable political voices in the country. And whether people agree with her or not, she represents something important. The idea that ordinary, everyday people deserve a seat at the table of power.
Hell, hell yeah. We also have Tig Notaro, who might be one of the bravest storytellers I've ever seen, in all honesty. She once walked on stage and opened a comedy set with the words, "Hello, I have cancer." It was one of the rawest, most vulnerable like moments in comedy history, and somehow she turned her pain into something honest, human, and hilarious because it's Tig.
She really is. Have you seen her in person?
No,
Oh, I would love
have
to.
you?
No. We should definitely look up like comedy clubs around us though and see when some of these people are coming out because I would really love to.
Fortune Feimster was here over like my birthday, I think.
I think you told me that. Did
hmm
you?
I wanted to go, and I was actually
No, I
going
feel like
to
we
get
talked
myself
about,
tickets.
was it here though? Because I feel like we talked about going
Yeah.
to another state. Like just
Yeah,
a
we were
quick
gonna go.
drive
No,
across the.
I think we were talking about going to another state for May Martin because May Martin hasn't been here.
Ah,
Oh no. Yeah. It was because May Martin hasn't been here and May Martin did a um because they do vocals as well. They're like a singer. So we were gonna go
really?
and
I
see
didn't
them
know
and
that.
like play it. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
They have their own
Dang.
Spotify page and
Cool.
everything.
Dang. I'm gonna have to check that out. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Mhm.
That's really cool. All right. Well,
Yeah.
um, speaking of Fortune Feimster, she reminds us that joy is powerful. Her comedy is warm and welcoming. She talks about family, growing up in the South, being queer, and she does it in a way that makes people feel included instead of judged. If you haven't watched her stuff, I really encourage you to. It's very
It's fucking
captivating.
hilarious.
Hmm.
Yeah. She cracks me up. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Um, then there's Billie Eilish, who completely disrupted what pop stardom looked like, right? Didn't follow
Hmm.
the typical path. She made her music in her bedroom with her brother and built something massive from that authenticity. Reminds younger generations that you don't have to become someone else to be successful. She openly has Tourette's and tics, and even though her tics will um, hop in at random moments, as they do, she she doesn't shy away from them anymore, which is beautiful.
I love that. Being authentic. It's beautiful.
Like, yeah, it is.
And of course, we have Meryl Streep. She represents mastery. She is one of the greatest actors of all time. She has this incredible ability to step into someone else's life and tell their story with empathy. She reminds us that art can help us understand each other better.
She's a phenomenal actress. I'm so
She
impressed by her and everything.
absolutely is. 100%.
Okay, and our last beautiful woman that we are speaking to in this section is Kamala Harris. And
Yes.
regardless of politics, her role in history matters. She became the first woman, the first Black person, and the first South Asian person to serve as Vice President of the United States. Her presence in that space represents doors opening that were closed for all of the time before, for generations. Whether
Mhm.
you agree with her or not, the fact that she was there matters so much.
Yes. So much.
So
I love
much.
it.
Yeah. So
Very powerful.
very powerful. And when we like look at these women together, something super beautiful shows up. They're not the same. They don't agree on everything. They come from completely different worlds.
They refused to shrink. They showed up as themselves, artists, thinkers, activists, leaders, comedians, and they made the world a little bigger for everyone else. And in a world that feels messy and uncertain, sometimes that's exactly the kind of examples we need. Women that remind us that courage doesn't have one shape. Sometimes courage looks like fighting in court. Sometimes it's writing a book. Sometimes it looks like singing a song or telling a joke that makes people feel less alone.
So tonight we're celebrating the women who show up anyways, the ones who keep creating, speaking, leading, and laughing even when the world feels complicated. Because honestly, that kind of courage is contagious.
Yes, it is. And very needed.
Show them. Very needed. Enough about the celebrities. They have enough like starlight. Like, let's get into us.
Yes, let's do it. Um, have any thoughts that you'd like to share on on what this day means to you or what being a woman means or just any things that you would like to share?
I'm When I think about what it means for me to be a woman in this day and age, it like for me it's incredible. I feel like I was meant to be put here during this time because Lord knows I had been put here. Oh, I don't know, 100 years ago. I would have been tried for a witch in the 1800s, and that wasn't a thing anymore. But
Mhm,
also, I would have been hospitalized for hysteria and probably
mhm,
lobotomized a few times by now.
mhm.
What it means for me to be a woman.
It's powerful in
Oh,
this day and age.
it's powerful in this day and age, but it also like I realize that it's a constant negotiation and a constant battle within myself of who I am,
Mhm.
like who I am in my soul and who society wants me. It means I am carrying the weight of history while trying to carve out something new as a woman. Um, I'm learning how to take up space in rooms where these rooms were never built with feminine figures or female figures in mind ever. Um, but so it feels like it, being a woman to me feels like a living contradiction in the best way.
Mhm.
I'm learning to be soft while learning boundaries and how to form unmovable boundaries while still maintaining
Yes.
softness and care. I'm trying to stick up for myself while showing compassion to people who don't deserve it. I'm told I'm supposed to forgive when I don't believe that. Like, actually, I had a conversation with my mom and my sister the other day because my mom saw this thing and she's like, I saw this and it hit me. And it was like the whole forgiving the other person. Forgiveness is not about the other person, it's about you and you're
Mhm.
forgiving yourself or whatever. I don't believe that personally. I don't think that forgiveness is necessary in every situation. I mean, sure, you ate the last piece of cake. I'll forgive you for that. You fuck up my life? Absolutely not. You don't deserve my forgiveness.
Well, it's such a personal thing, though. Like,
And
you
it's
don't
like,
owe it to anyone.
yeah, no. Forgiveness is not something owed to anybody.
Mm-mm.
And like when people are like, well, then you're just going to hold on to it. It's like, no, I'm not. I don't have to forgive someone to move on from it. called indifference.
Yes, that is beautiful. And
Like,
I think that's the part of it's for yourself. You don't have to forgive them, but you can absolutely allow yourself to move on from that. You don't have to
yeah,
hold on to the negativity that can surround that.
exactly. Like you can move on without forgiveness. So, and you know what?
Mhm.
To sum up my whole shebang, my whole spiel just now, to me, being a woman is moving on without forgiveness. Bam.
That's
Mic drop.
powerful.
I would, but the ones that are here are very heavy and
Yeah,
I
please
don't
don't
want
do that. Here, I dropped my
to.
pen for you.
Thank you.
I love that though. That was so beautiful. And honestly, like, I don't like. Can I say me too? Like, you said everything so beautifully,
Oh,
and it's
thank you.
crazy. Of course. Oh, like there really is so much to being a woman because, like you said, there's so much pressure on us from society of like what that looks like, what we're expected to be, but also being a woman now versus even just 50 years ago is wildly different. And the way that we're showing up and the way that we're breaking barriers and moving forward, but the way that we're still having to step in and break those barriers and do those things. Um, it's just wild. Yeah, being a woman is so much. You said
It's a
that all
lot.
very beautifully. It really is.
Being a woman is a full-time job that
100%.
we don't get paid for, even though we
No,
should.
no.
You can pay me in Pilates classes world.
Yes. I know, honestly, there's so much that we do that we don't get paid for that we should. We absolutely should.
Yeah.
Other
Speaking of
people have
getting
other
paid, hey
opinions, but
guys, don't forget to fund your favies on
fund your
Patreon.
babies. Because, you'll get
Do you
fun
like that little,
extras like this one. Insert. Love it.
this one's just a freebie
It
because we
is.
love all the women.
We do.
Also, we did not make any announcements that there was going to be one on Patreon, so we were like, nah, we'll just let it be.
Yeah.
But all the rest of the bonus episodes are going to be on Patreon.
Yes. So let this be your sign to join us and fund your favies.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I love it.
I love you.
Um, I love you.
Oh my God.
Aww, I
You.
love that. I love it. Women supporting women right here.
Hell
I love
yeah.
it. That is something that is very interesting. Because I feel like like that's such a beautiful saying, women supporting women, and it's such a beautiful thing societally.
Yeah.
It's also put out that like we shouldn't at the same time. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's these like unspoken competitions, right? And
Always.
jealousy and women are
And shitty
nice to
women out
your
there.
face and catty
Yeah.
behind your back and yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like the thing
Which
is,
is
like for so the thing with that for me is that like women supporting women is such a beautiful thing
and
when they
powerful.
deserve it. We are all human and not every
Oh,
human,
yes.
not every woman deserves the support of another woman. Perhaps like so I know for a fact I do not deserve the support of certain people out there, right?
Mhm.
For one reason or another. Doesn't matter. I don't deserve their support. They don't deserve my support. That doesn't mean that I don't deserve your support and you don't deserve my support. Like,
I love that.
your support comes from those within your coven. Maybe not coven if you're not into that phrasing, but in your
Mhm.
group. Like, that is where it comes from. That is the support. You don't need the support of Betty Lou Freebush, Gracie Lou Freebush down the road.
Down the
Just
rude.
down the road, just because she's a woman. Like
Mhm.
it, it
Mhm.
doesn't have to be that way. And that's something that like I know you're like working on is being mindful where you put your energy and all of that stuff. Like, and I'm not trying to say don't support other women. Please support other women
No,
that
yeah,
align
yeah.
with you. Like,
Yeah. but
Okay. I'm gonna get off my
the
soapbox.
human being is
Yeah.
regardless of gender
Gender.
identities.
Mhm.
If they're a shitty person, woman or not,
Mhm.
you don't have to support them.
Yes.
We don't have to support everybody. That's a very valid call out because we are human and we are not perfect. And
Mhm.
some of these, I don't know, lessons on just being kind and decent human beings take some of us a lot longer than others. So
Mhm.
it's a very powerful thing. I think it's also a personal thought I have. Is it's also just so powerful. Women in
Mhm.
general are just so powerful, and women
Yeah.
supporting women is so powerful. And I think that is a scary thought to some. So I think
To
that's
most.
where, yeah, I think that's where some of these societal things come from, right? Of like pushing these quote unquote norms or whatever, um, is part of that small thought. But
Mhm. I'm here for it.
yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, cool. I have some questions.
More?
I'm curious. Yes, I have 4 questions. That was just hey, what are your thoughts? But now I have 4 other questions.
Oh, I'm here for it. Okay. Hold on.
Okay,
Hold on.
cool.
Let me
All
let
right,
me fix my hair.
ready? Okay,
Okay.
so pretty. Love it. First one. What is something you wish someone told you about being a woman earlier in your life?
Mm.
These are thinkers.
These are thinkers. What is something I wish that someone told me about being a woman earlier in life? I didn't have to get married.
Yes,
I didn't have to be in a relationship to be fulfilled. I
that's
didn't
huge.
like and I know that's like with a lot of society is like that, but especially here in Utah and up in Idaho, because I did live up in Idaho in my high school days. But
Mhm,
like having a partner, getting married was so instilled in me. Starting a family was so instilled in me that that was the end goal.
mhm,
That I feel like, and like, granted, I am a social person anyways, but I feel like if I had been told instead of conditioned the way I was, and this is no shade, no shame to my upbringing, but I feel like if it had been different, I feel like I would have gotten farther than I am now. But for the life that I am living, I am very happy with where I'm at. It just would have
I
been
love
nice to
that.
know that I didn't have to get married and being in a relationship does not have anything to do with my worth.
Yes, I love that so much. I think that's so huge, and we've talked through that before on different episodes, right? Of like,
Uh-huh.
you don't have to go out and get married, and you don't have to have children. That is not what you are
Yeah.
here for. You are here to live life and like whatever that looks like for you. And I think
Uh-huh.
especially being a woman, that's like, I mean, we've also talked about, right? People approach women all the time and when are you getting married? When are you having children? When are you having your next child? When like all of these
Uh-huh.
things like again, that's our only purpose. And it is so not at all. And especially, like you said, here in Utah, that is very big conditioning. So
Uh-huh.
that is very powerful.
Mhm.
Love that.
What about you?
Um, I think,
Did you like that?
yeah, some little
Okay.
ASMR in here.
Out of my McDonald's Diet Coke.
Oh, dang it. So sorry.
Fine, I haven't drank enough water today anyways.
There. I had a coffee before my soda. As I was drinking my coffee, I was like, "Hey, babe, did you know this has 3 shots of espresso in it?" I was reading the label and I was like, "Holy shit!" But hey, it was protein coffee, so I got my protein in.
Okay, sweet. You're fine.
20 grams. I'm here for it.
Beautiful.
Um, I think for me, it's, I mean, kind of similar of like not having to fit a mold, but not having to fit a mold of the good girl, not having to be the one that takes care of everyone and everything without question. and the one who does what she's told and, who's quiet and doesn't question things. Again, no shade to my upbringing, right? But being taught that like being feminine is this dainty, beautiful thing and like powerful, but like powerful in the way of you're a caretaker. You're here to take care of other people
Mhm.
and carry their things. When women are so powerful in so many other ways. And yes, we are natural. Not even, I don't even want to say that for everybody because that doesn't fit everybody. For me, and maybe it is because of my upbringing, right? Um, I do, I don't know, want to help and heal and take care of people, but understanding now that first off, that is not your calling. You are not here to take on everyone else's things and to take care of everyone.
Mhm.
And if there are people in your life or things in your life that you're taking care of and you're carrying, you don't have to do it alone. It's not something you have to do without question. It's not something you have to do quietly.
Do not be a martyr.
No. All
I love that.
right, you ready for the next one?
I think so. Hold on, let me think. Yeah, I'm ready.
What is something you used to believe about yourself that you no longer accept?
What is something I used to believe about myself that I no longer accept?
Mm-hmm. Just specific to being a woman. I have an answer if you need a moment.
Yeah, I definitely need a moment on that one.
Okay. For me, and this like the next question may be something like I think I kind of preface some of these questions are like could very much have the same answers. Um, but I think something that I grew up believing to be a woman is that you have to be feminine, and I had a very like sheltered view of what feminine is, right? I don't know if sheltered is the right word, but I had a very specific view of what feminine was.
Narrow.
Um, narrow, thank you. Yes.
Mhm.
That you have to be pretty and done up and like what people I don't know, like and it's interesting thinking through that because I definitely like I'm not the girliest girl in that sense, right? Like I don't often wear dresses. I do like nails and I do like heels, but I also really like my Vans. I say Vans. I don't wear Vans. I like flat shoes, right? I like pants and I like makeup, but I don't have to wear makeup to go out. And I like, you know, I don't follow those things specifically, I guess, but that's something that like I feel like I've struggled with for such a long time. I know I've talked about this in other episodes of like me understanding where I am with like feminine versus masculine, but I think
Mhm.
that's it. Of like Belly was just looking into my soul.
Uh-huh.
Um,
She saw you and she jumped down.
she was
I
like literally just like paused for a second and was like,
oh,
"Fuck
Aunt
this!
Trissa. The fuck?
Why are you not here?" Um, but I think that's it. Of like something that I used to believe is that I couldn't hold both. I couldn't be both masculine and feminine. It was one or the other. And if I was too masculine, that took away so much of my femininity and to a point takes away, I don't know, like the desire and presentation to others, which again, I think in thinking through this, um, part of the way that I've brought this up in past episodes is like understanding my identity and my journey, right?
Mhm.
Of also understanding that I'm not just interested in men, but like being able to hold what that looks like.
Yeah.
Because even if I can be loved by a man, by a very quote unquote masculine man, and still be more masculine myself. So yeah, to believe that there was not that femininity and masculinity could not coincide together in the same woman and being overly feminine, and it's not true.
I love that.
Thanks.
That's very beautifully put. Can I pass on this question? Because I don't know how to answer it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And maybe
Yeah.
in the next one, the way that it's
I'm
phrased,
like,
even
let
though
me
it's
just
similar, like,
rephrase it in a different way.
no promises I'll have an answer, but
That's fine. No promises I'll have a different answer. That's my question. So,
I love
um,
it.
what is something you've had to unlearn about being a woman?
That is, now that's a question.
Mhm. Mhm. We're getting deep.
Something I have had to unlearn because I am a woman off of my first answer is that I don't need anyone. I don't need anyone but myself in order to live a secure life. I am very, like, don't get me wrong, I am very, very lucky that I have found this, my wonderful partner. Like, he's amazing. 10 out of 10 with this guy, but like, he and I are very aware that we don't need each other.
Mhm.
We are both very successful on our own. We are like emotionally like living life successful. We're both living
Mhm.
our lives the way that we see fit. And like, yeah, I know he doesn't need me and he knows I don't need him. We're just very happy to be doing this together, which is such a beautiful thing. And that is not something I was always under, like, I was very much conditioned. The opposite was true. Well, you need a partnership. You need someone. You have to have your person all the time.
Mhm. You have to
And
find your other
then,
half. You're not whole.
yeah, you're not whole. You're broken
Mhm.
without the other person.
Yep.
Absolutely not. You
Mhm.
are. You are both halves. You are your light and your dark, my dear.
Whole ass individual.
Whole ass individual all by yourself. And it's not lonely once you make peace with yourself. But I understand it's very hard sometimes to make peace with yourself. But once you've done that, like, it is a hard and shit, like, it's a shit time. Like, but once you make peace with
Not
yourself, it's
easy.
not lonely.
Mhm.
It's a beautiful thing. And once that happens, your your vibrations open up a completely different frequency. I'm getting woo-woo in here, but like,
Yes.
your frequency opens to this level of so many possibilities and opportunities where you can find someone who is at peace with their dark side as well and at peace with themselves and they like themselves enough to be. And that's something that I've had to learn after unlearning the opposite. Does that answer your question?
Absolutely. I love that
Okay.
so much. I love that so much. And that's such a beautiful call out for your relationship too, because it really is so important to not be there because you need each other, but to
Hmm.
be there because you want to be there. You want
Right.
each other, you love each other, and you're both bringing in what you can to a partnership. Because again, you are two wholes
Hmm.
coming together to do things together. You're not completing each other. You are two
Exactly.
whole individuals.
It's like that tattoo I was telling you about that I want to get eventually. The 1 + 1 = 11. Because you
Yay.
have one hole and one hole and you put them together, it is not two. It is not one number. It is 11. It is the two ones right next to each other, standing by each other, balancing each other out. 1 + 1 = 11.
I love it. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Of course. Now my turn.
Uh-huh.
I think that I'm trying to I feel like yeah, my answers are a little bit similar. Something I've had to unlearn about being a woman, still kind of going along with like feminine versus masculine. Um, but specifically, I think in relationships that I don't have to show up certain ways. I don't have to stay home and take care of the kids. I don't have to, you know, if I have to have a job, which like that's the society we live in, right? Is we all kind of need to be
Hmm.
two-income household to afford anything, even then, maybe not. Um, but I can be the breadwinner. I can do the things that maybe are seen as more as, like, the man's role, right?
Mhm.
Um, because things like that are put out to I mean, it's the man's role, and it's if a woman shows up and does it, like, you good? Um, it's, like, not going to like, that's not I mean, again, I think I was gonna say desirable, but it's like, that's not your place. Like, it's the man's job to take care of the family in that way, um, but it's not. Like, again, like you're saying, we're 2 people, regardless of gender. We can
Mhm.
both, even if it's, I'm the breadwinner and he stays home and takes care of the children, or even if it is vice versa, that's okay. It doesn't have to be that way. I don't have to fit into a role. I don't have to fit
Mhm.
into what is put out.
You are absolutely right. And, like, on top of like, to go off of what you just said, you we are living, breathing beings, creatures. We are not meant to fit in boxes.
Uh-huh.
I
100%.
love that call out. That's such a beautiful thing. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Of course. Um, all right, last question I have. What is something women were taught to accept that we are finally starting to question? And I feel like finally starting to question, like, maybe that doesn't mean like literally right now, but like more so right now.
Bodily autonomy would be a huge one, which
Yes.
baffles me. But not really because, like,
100%.
but then again, like, women were doing, like, to be extreme for a second,
Yeah.
women were doing backdoor abortions? That doesn't sound right,
Mhm. I think
but,
that's
like,
right. So,
I think so.
yeah.
Yeah, because 'cause they'd have to come in through the back door because it was a secret, like, they were doing
Mhm.
stuff like that because it was illegal,
Mhm.
but I
I think
feel
it's
like sorry, go ahead.
no, you're good.
Like, I feel like it's, like, that's a really big one, especially now, like, since Roe v. Wade was overturned, and again, uh, hot topic, if you don't like it, get over it, you're fine, but, like, nobody thought twice about it ever being overturned. I say that very loosely. People fought every year to get that turned into a law, and nobody did it, and now Roe v. Wade has been overturned, and it's like that was the first thing that was taken from us. I am very aware that that is a very hot topic for a lot of people since
Mhm.
we are talking about women things, and this is gonna come off across very aggressive to our male, or not male, but, like, our men that listen, if we have any men that listen. Shut the fuck up about women's bodies, first of all. You do not have one. Shut the fuck up. Keep your goddamn thoughts and prayers away from women's bodies.
Preach.
On top of that, when it comes to nope, hold on, let me rephrase this. Personally, I know people who have had abortions and I love them. If I had ever been able to stay pregnant, I would not have had one, even if it was a shit situation. That is my choice. That is my life. I do not look down on anyone for any reason who has looked in the mirror and said, I can't provide a life for this being. And the foster care and adoption system is disgusting.
Mhm.
Granted, if it is past a point, it is past a point, and there's no going back from that. Like, come on now. But in my opinion, however, at the end of the day, it's not mine. That is theirs. That like that person has to move through life with that knowledge. And if they are able to do
Uh-huh.
that, beautiful, good for them. Like that's theirs. If not, okay. If you don't agree with them, don't talk about it. You're fine. That does not, it's like, yeah, sorry. I'm just gonna take a step back now. But
No,
yeah.
like it's fucking 100%. 100%. And you said that so beautifully of like we can disagree, we can have our own opinions.
Hmm.
And that's the beauty
It's
is that
bodily
we
autonomy.
exactly.
If women try to make half as many laws and restrictions on a man's body,
Mhm.
we would be laughed at.
Mhm.
But apparent, like, what the fuck?
Uh-huh.
Ladies,
Yep.
get angry. Get angry with what is
Seriously,
happening.
we are not
Seriously.
angry enough.
We
Seriously.
are not angry enough. We are
100%.
too
Mhm.
complacent.
Yep.
Like,
Yep. 100%.
and
Yep.
for the things that are being said right now about younger men not having a high enough sperm count, but older men having a higher sperm count, and younger girls getting like hitting puberty, and all of this, the fact that this is a conversation that is happening in the public and within our government is disgusting. Why isn't everyone angry? And more than that, why
I'm
is everyone
curious.
so okay with just staying quiet?
Mhm. This is not a time to be
Like,
quiet.
fellas, m- put it in, like, what if it's your daughter? You don't have a daughter? What if it's your little sister? Is that
Mhm.
really what you want for them? That's the life you want for them,
Yep.
is to become a breeder,
Mhm.
strictly a breeder,
Yeah.
and not have
There's
any
literally
choice in the matter? Okay, like, what is wrong with people?
mhm. Seriously, I don't understand it. There's
I
a
feel like,
song with lyrics that are talking about this essentially, and I think that some of our listeners will probably know what song I'm talking about. Um, but it says something along the lines of like, you take your own daughter out of the lineup, but you're still a part of like as a man, you're still a part of it and you're supporting it. But like, oh, let me save my daughter, but like there's all these other women.
yeah, it's like, what the fuck?
We are
I don't
human
know.
beings.
Yeah.
We should absolutely have a say over our own body. And
Hmm.
and again, your point of the foster system and the adoption system is shit. Because what it's put out as, right, is like, oh, it's about the children, we're saving the children. Y'all are just out here murdering children. No, if you actually cared about the children, what the fuck is happening with our systems? It's not,
Seriously.
yeah, it's, yeah.
Abuse and trafficking wouldn't be happening through the foster care system as much as it is at
Mhm.
all if things were actually about the kids. It is not
Yep.
about the innocence of youth. It is about what these kids bring to the country,
Mhm.
and that is a heinous thing.
I completely agree with you, and I have so many thoughts on that topic, and it's so infuriating how for so long we have been treated as lesser than. Like, we can't make our own decisions. We can't, previously can't hold a job, can't hold credit. It all has to be in our
Mhm.
husband's name, right? We have to have a man involved.
Wasn't it in the 80s? It was just like in the 80s that it became like legal for women to open their own credit cards or have their
Uh-huh.
own credit cards or something.
Yeah.
And I think it was the early 90s. And this is a gap fact. It could have been sooner, but I'm pretty sure it was
Uh-huh.
like late 80s, early 90s, where women could actually apply for a mortgage by themselves.
I think you're right. Yeah. It was not that long ago at all. Like, it's crazy to think the day and age we're in and like 50 years ago, how like I don't know, how far behind we are and how we still are, and it just
Hmm.
I don't know.
Well,
It's crazy, and it's
it's crazy
sad.
because it's not just that we're so far behind, it's also we're reverting. Our country is
100%.
reverting.
Yeah, we are going backwards. Mhm.
This is ridiculous.
Mhm.
Get your shit
Mhm.
together, America.
Mhm. Yeah, I agreed. Agreed. Completely. Ugh,
And on that note, what's the next question?
that was the last one.
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yes, very powerful things. Um, but yeah, so I mean, women are so powerful in so many fucking ways. And I think to a point, like it speaks to the reason why I say they are not wanting us to have rights and to have a say and to have a voice is because they know we're powerful. We are very powerful. So, I don't know. I challenge all of our women, feminine listeners, and or supporters of women listeners, to let your voice be heard. Understand your power and move forward with it because we really are such powerful, beautiful beings.
Absolutely. Sorry. Hold on.
You're good.
I thought for sure it was just gonna pass. It did not pass. I apologize.
Oh, dang.
So to speak to that, if I may,
Yes.
because I love what you're saying, women are so powerful because we are the creators, like you were saying earlier. We are the creators in every sense of the word. Like we create life, yeah. We also create culture and community and strategy and systems. For centuries, our power has been feared, it's been suppressed, or it's been called witchcraft, like
Oh,
because it was
yes.
undeniable. Like we understand cycles, we understand our intuition, we understand resilience and transformation. Like in today's world, that same ancient wisdom shows up as like leadership and financial independence and innovation and the ability to build something from nothing. That magic has never left us. Like that's how it has shifted from what it once was to what it is now. And so I'm pretty sure I've shared with you uh, a couple women that we didn't actually speak to earlier. Um, Paige DeSorbo and Hannah Berner, a couple more celebrities, and I want to say they're both comedians, but
Mhm.
they're the Giggly Squad podcast. They talk so much shit, but I was actually listening to their pod the other day, and it was saying like they were saying like one of them was like, "Well, I know I'm loud, and like the way that women are, like you and I are crazy outspoken. If
Mhm.
we had different anatomy, we would be impressive."
Oh, yeah.
Like
100%.
the way that things are, like we are loud. We would be confident if we were men to the world.
Mhm.
Like the world would
Mhm.
think we are confident, but we're just loud. It is so interesting because to me, I'm like, my best friend and I have a fucking podcast. We're doing the damn thing. We as women do not get enough credit, and we need to stop selling ourselves shorts. Yes.
100%.
I feel
100%.
like I just went on a tangent that made no sense at all.
No, no,
My
it
bad.
absolutely makes
Oh, good.
sense. Yeah.
Oh, good.
We do. We need to realize it and demand things differently and like all the things. All the
Yes.
things. There's literally so much inequality and so many things that are just so frustrating with it all.
And ladies, we
We
just
could
need to embrace ourselves because we're pretty badass.
yes, and we can fucking move mountains.
Hmm.
We literally can create life. Like we can move mountains. We can do the most amazing thing. We can create all sorts of things.
Seriously. And it's not just creating life like in our wombs. Like we create life in the sense of a home.
Mhm.
You create a life
Yes.
every day. You're way more powerful than you're giving yourself credit for.
Yes. 100%. I love it.
Do you feel complete?
Well, I do, yes. Do you feel complete?
Sweet. I do. And on that note, that's Charissa.
And that's Gabrielle. Thanks for
And thank you
joining
guys
us
so
today.
much. Yeah. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Happy
This
bonus
is so
episode
fun.
day. We'll see you on
Yay.
Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye.